So friends, welcome to the English class, Standard 11, Supplementary Reading, Unit number 2, The Address, Episode number 1. A writer of this story is Marga Minko. So first of all, we are going to discuss the chapter sketch. This story is a touching account of a girl who goes in search of her mother's belongings after the Second World War in Holland. But even after finding what she so much wanted to touch, to see, to feel and remember, she leaves everything behind as it could not bring her dead mother back. She decides to move on and live with only memories of her former times. The address that held so much importance till she visited that place lost its value, and the girl realized that it could not get her nothing but the pain only. So ये सेंट्रल थीम है, पूरा कैरेक्टर स्केच है. जो मार्गा मिंको ने यहाँ पर लिखा है कि अपने मदर का जो पुराना वर्ल्ड वॉर के दरमियान उन्होंने हॉलैंड का घर छोड़ दिया था, उस घर के अंदर जो बर्तन थे, जो राज रचीला था, जो सुशोभित किया हुआ सभी चीजें थी, वो उनको देखनी थी, फील करनी थी, टच करनी थी और पॉसिबल हो तो अपने साथ भी ले जानी थी. उनके मन में एक ऑब्सेशन सा चल रहा था कि मुझे वहां जाना है, और इसीलिए इसका टाइटल भी द एड्रेस दिया गया है. एड्रेस माने वही एड्रेस जो उनकी मदर बिफोर वर्ल्ड वॉर जो वहां पर रह रही थी, उसी का ठिकाना यहाँ पर दिया गया है. मगर जब वो वहां जाती है तो जो अभी जो वहां पर रह रही है, उनका बिहेवियर, उनका अप्रोच, उनका रिस्पॉन्स, ये सब कुछ देखकर वो बहुत ही दुखी हो जाती है और उनको पता चलता है कि ये देखना, ये वापिस लाना, ये दुख भरा ही रहेगा शायद, और इसीलिए इनका टाइटल यहाँ पर दिया गया है. सो ये बहुत ही इमोशनली टच करने वाली स्टोरी यहाँ पर है. सो नाउ डिस्कस अबाउट द कैरेक्टर्स. द डॉटर, शी इज द नरेटर who returns to Holland to go to the address where her mother's precious belongings were kept. तो यहाँ का पहला कैरेक्टर जो डॉटर, वही हमारी राइटर है मार्गा मिंको, और वो अपनी मदर की जो पुराने चीजें थी, जो जिनके साथ उनकी याद जुड़ी हुई थी, वो सभी वापस लाने के लिए उनके मन में एक जिज्ञासा थी, एक उत्कंठा थी, और वही उनका सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट टास्क उनके पास है, वैसा वो समझती थी. एज नॉर्मल की had returned after the Second World War in Holland. She wanted to see all possessions that were a bond between her family and herself. तो जो भी चीज पुरानी, जो वर्ल्ड वॉर के दरमियान जो हॉलैंड की स्थिति रही और हॉलैंड छोड़कर उनको जाना पड़ा, तो जो भी वहां पर थी चीजें, वो सभी उन्होंने वहां रख दी, और वही इनको लाने के लिए, क्योंकि वो उनकी पुरानी यादें थी, उनका बॉन्डेज था उनके साथ. नाउ द सेकंड कैरेक्टर इज मिसिस एस, द नरेटर्स मदर इन द स्टोरी. द नरेटर्स मदर has been called as Mrs. S. She was a simpleton who could not see the manipulating and prudent nature of Mrs. Darling. Her acquaintance, she trusted Mrs. Darling and allowed her to keep all her precious belongings for the time being. तो उनकी जो भी चीजें थी वो उनके साथ जो रह रही थी उनको मिसिस डॉर्लिंग को उन्होंने दे दी। वो उनको संभाल कर रखने के लिए बोला था, मगर जब वो वापस आती है तो मिसिस एस की ये पुरानी चीजें उनको रिटर्न करने का मन नहीं हो रहा है और इसलिए वो कोई बहानाबाजी करने लगती है। थर्ड कैरेक्टर मिसिस डॉर्लिंग। She has been described as an old acquaintance of Mrs. S. After a long gap, she appeared again during the war. She possessed a cunning personality. She is most reluctant to recognize the daughter and does not allow her to enter the house. तो जब ये हमारी राइटर ये डॉटर मिसिस एस की प्रॉपर्टी माने अपनी मदर की जो जो चीजें वहां पर रह गई थी उनको लेने के लिए वहां जाती है, मगर ये जो मिसिस डॉर्लिंग है वो बहुत ही कनिंग थी। वो हमारी जो ये राइटर है, ऑथर है, इनको पहचानने से ही मना कर देती है। वो अंदर घर में आने से भी मना कर देती है और इससे हमारे जो राइटर है माने मिसेस एस की जो डॉटर है, जो सच में ही वारिस थी इस पूरी संपत्ति की, उनको बहुत ही हर्ट होता है, उनको बहुत दुख होता है। नाउ चैप्टर हाइलाइट्स माने मेन पॉइंट्स ऑफ द चैप्टर। द नरेटर decides to visit the address that was given to her by her mother, where all her family's precious possessions were kept safely by Mrs. Dorling. The first time when the narrator visited the address, Mrs. Dorling behaved in the most absurd manner. She refused to recognize the narrator and did not let her enter the house. So, the narrator returns empty-handed. Next point. The narrator is reminded of her mother, Mrs. S, who had given this address to her years ago, when, in spite of war, they were living in Holland, and she saw Mrs. Dorling, who was introduced to her as an old acquaintance of her mother. Next, the narrator noticed many precious items missing from their places. Then Mrs. S told her that Mrs. Dorling was helping her by taking her tablecloth, silver cutlery, antique plates, large vases and crockery to her house to keep in safe custody in case they had to leave the house suddenly. Next, the narrator decided to revisit the house of Mrs. Dorling as she felt the urge to see all her mother's belongings. She wanted to touch them, feel them, and remember them. On her second visit to 46 Marconi Street, she could get entry into the house as Mrs. Dorling's 15 years old daughter opened the door. Her mother was not at home. The girl led her to the living room where, to the narrator's dismay, things belonging to her mother were arranged in a bad manner. Mrs. Dorling, daughter, innocently told the narrator that they were using all the antique plates, crockery, and cutlery. The narrator took an impulsive decision to leave everything behind as the precious objects owned by her mother and lost their value. Also, these objects associated with her mother were now in strange surroundings. The narrator decided to forget her past as it brought back bitter memories. Her mother was no more there to revive the pleasant memories. The narrator walked out of Mrs. Darling's house, deciding that she would never come back to this house to see or take away her family's possessions, as she had no place to keep all of it. So these are the main points. Now, the difficult words. Poignant means arousing sadness. Evoke means arouse. Resolve means decides. Chink means narrow opening. Fleetingly for a short time. Cardigan means sweater with buttons. Musty, stare. Bay window means large window sticking out of the wall of a house. Jam means doorpost. Acquaintance means known person. Turned up, appeared. Crick means strain. Lugging means carrying. Reprovingly with disapproval. Endured means survived. Hook means used in the Jewish festival of lights. Shreds means tiny pieces. So these are the difficult words that you have to write down in your fair book. Now in the second episode, we are going to discuss the unit.